Alright, let's talk about crypto. You've seen the headlines. Fortunes made overnight, fortunes lost even faster. It's the Wild West of finance, a digital frontier filled with promise and, let's be honest, a metric ton of nonsense. People whisper about turning pocket change into life-changing sums. And while much of it sounds like a fever dream cooked up by someone who's had too much caffeine and not enough sleep, there's a kernel of truth in there. It is indeed possible to make money in the crypto world, even if you're starting with an amount that wouldn't even cover a fancy dinner for one. We're talking about a mere $100. Yes, that's it. Now, before you rush off to remortgage your hamster's cage, let's be clear. This isn't a guaranteed path to riches. It's more like buying a lottery ticket, but one where you might actually have a tiny bit more control than just picking random numbers based on your cat's birthday. The crypto market is famously volatile. It goes up, it goes down, it sometimes goes sideways in a way that defies all known laws of physics and economics. But the allure, the siren song of massive returns from a minimal investment, is undeniably strong. People are drawn to it like moths to a very, very confusing flame. The beauty, if you can call it that, of the current crypto landscape is its accessibility. You don't need a top hat and a monocle anymore. You don't need connections to Wall Street wizards or a PhD in algorithmic trading. With just $100, a bit of luck, and a willingness to learn, you can theoretically get in the game. This isn't about becoming the next crypto billionaire by tomorrow. It's about understanding that even small beginnings can, occasionally, lead to surprisingly interesting outcomes. Think of it as an experiment, a small wager on the future of digital weirdness. So how does one even begin to navigate this digital minefield with such a modest sum? Well, it used to be incredibly complicated. You'd need to understand blockchain technology, smart contracts, and a whole host of other jargon designed to make your brain hurt. But things are changing. New tools are emerging that are, dare I say, making parts of this process almost easy. And that's where our story, and your potential $100 adventure, really begins. We're talking about creating your very own digital coin. Yes, you, stop laughing, it's possible. So, you're intrigued by the idea of making money with crypto, but the thought of coding or needing a computer science degree makes you want to lie down in a dark room. I get it. Most of this stuff sounds like it was invented by robots, for robots. But what if I told you there's a way to create your very own digital coin without needing to understand a single line of code? Enter Phantom Mint. Now this isn't some magical money printing machine, though some might wish it were. It's a platform designed to simplify the often baffling process of coin creation. Phantom Mint essentially holds your hand through the entire shebang. Think of it as the crypto coin creation for absolute beginners toolkit. Its main feature, its whole reason for existing, is to make launching a new digital token as straightforward as, say, setting up a social media profile. Maybe even easier, depending on how much you struggle with privacy settings. It's built for people who have an idea, or even just a vague notion, but lack the technical wizardry to bring it to life in the complex world of blockchain. It's about lowering the barrier to entry, dramatically. The platform guides you through the necessary steps, abstracting away all the complicated bits that would normally require weeks of study, or hiring expensive developers. You don't need to be a blockchain guru. You don't need to understand the intricacies of smart contract deployment. Phantom Mint aims to handle the heavy lifting on the technical side, allowing you to focus on the concept and, crucially, how you might get other people interested in your shiny new digital asset. This is a game changer for many who have felt locked out of the crypto creation space. Imagine being able to launch a coin based on your favorite internet meme, your local community project, or even just a silly idea you had in the shower. Phantom Mint provides the tools to do just that, without demanding you first become a tech savant. It's about democratizing the creation process, taking it out of the hands of a select few, and opening it up to anyone with an internet connection and, in this case, $100 to get started with their broader crypto journey and initial marketing push. This is where things get interesting for the average Joe or Jane. One of the biggest hurdles for anyone wanting to dive into crypto creation has always been the tech skills part. You hear blockchain and smart contract and your eyes glaze over. Fair enough, it's complicated stuff. But with something like Phantom Mint, this problem largely evaporates. You don't need to be a coding prodigy. You don't need to understand the cryptographic algorithms that make your head spin. The platform is designed to be user-friendly, meaning the technical heavy lifting is done for you. Your main job is the idea, not the intricate execution. Then, there's the audience issue. Many believe you need a massive following, a pre-built army of eager fans, before you can even think about launching a coin. Not necessarily. While having an audience certainly helps, Phantom Mint allows you to start from scratch. You can create your coin and then work on building a community around it. The coin itself can be the catalyst for gathering that audience. It's less about having 1 million followers day one and more about having a compelling concept that can attract people organically. It's a different kind of hustle. And here's a big one for many: anonymity. In a world where our digital footprints are everywhere, the ability to create something without plastering your face and personal details all over it is a significant draw. Phantom Mint allows for a degree of discretion. You don't need to be a public figure or reveal your identity to the world if you don't want to. You can let your project, your coin, speak for itself. This is particularly appealing in the crypto space, where privacy is often a core tenet. Finally, let's talk cost, or rather, the lack of a massive upfront one specifically for the coin creation tool if you're using something designed to be accessible. While your $100 is your initial investment capital for things like initial liquidity or marketing, platforms like Phantom Mint often aim to make the creation part itself incredibly low cost or even free to start, with fees taken later. This means you're not sinking thousands into development before you even know if your idea has legs. It's about making innovation accessible, not just to the wealthy, but to anyone with a bit of creativity and that initial C-note. So, you're armed with your $100 and the knowledge that tools like Phantom Mint exist. What next? First, you need an idea for your coin. This is where your creativity, or your ability to spot a trend, comes in. Will it be a meme coin based on the latest internet sensation? A utility token for a niche community? Something completely absurd that might just capture the internet's fleeting attention? The key is to try and create something unique or tap into an existing sentiment. Don't just copy Dogecoin and expect to be a millionaire. Think a little. Once your coin is minted, and Phantom Mint makes this part surprisingly painless, the real work begins. Marketing. No coin, no matter how brilliantly conceived, will succeed if no one knows it exists. This is where your $100 might start to be strategically deployed. Think social media. Think community building on platforms like Telegram or Discord. You need to generate buzz, create a narrative, and get people talking. Effective marketing in the crypto world is often about grassroots efforts, engaging with potential holders, and creating a sense of excitement and belonging. It's a hustle, make no mistake. Then there's tokenomics. Oh yes, tokenomics, it sounds terrifying, but it's just the economics of your token. How many coins will there be in total? How will they be distributed? Will there be mechanisms to burn coins or reward holders? Understanding these basics is crucial because they directly impact the potential value and stability of your coin. Phantom Mint might help you set these parameters, but you need to think strategically about what makes sense for your project. This isn't just about making a coin, it's about designing a mini economy. It's less complicated than it sounds if you start simple. Finally, and this is the most important piece of advice I can give you, do your research and stay updated. The crypto world moves at lightning speed. Trends change, new technologies emerge, and regulations shift. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. Continuously learn, read, and adapt. That $100 is a small bet, but with the right strategy, a unique coin, effective marketing, sound tokenomics, and a commitment to staying informed, the potential for significant profit is there. It's a long shot, sure. But in crypto, stranger things have definitely happened. Good luck, you'll probably need it.